These niggas is lames, man. Oh God, nigga, fuck Facebook, man. These niggas lames. Oh God, nigga, we about to figure out a new way to put this shit out here for y'all, man. This Facebook shit is on its last leg. I'll tell you that. I'm just gonna be quite honest with you. It's on its last leg. This might be one of the last times. Probably not one of the last times I read this second, but it's probably might be one of our last times you're gonna catch us on here. We won't throw the links on Facebook, and y'all catch us wherever we're gonna be at, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is.
Yeah, cause
niggas don't got time for this shit.
Yeah.
Like, for real, I don't have no time for this shit. On God, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to provide the vibes and shit, and these motherfuckers be thirsty talking about we can't play this, and we can't play that, and we can't do this, and we can't do that. Like, bitch, what? Nigga, we do what we want. What the fuck are you talking about? And then on top of all that shit, today and shit, you know what I'm saying? Before we really even get to the show today and shit, I'm outside Pimp crib, you feel me? I'm about to walk in, I'm going live and shit on my shit. I say, fuck it, I'm gonna go live. Motherfucker try to block my account. Like, for what?
They be on some sucker shit. Man,
I feel like when you little lame motherfuckers got a fake page on my shit trying to fuck with me, hey, fuck you. Alright? I hope you watching this shit. Whoever playing with a nigga right now, hey, suck my dick, nigga. Fuck you, nigga. You know what's up. I'm right here, nigga. I ain't going nowhere. You smell me? But let's just get off the little negativity. You feel me? NdaPost Podcast with your boy Chase Bayless on the side Hollywood shop. You already know how we giving it up. You already know how we getting down, man, on a lovely Saturday.
So how was your work week, Pimp? Was it a normal work week?
It's been tough, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit has been tough for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Long live BC still. His memorial is gonna be on Tuesday. Yeah, anybody who won't know information, follow on my Facebook or Instagram, whatever. And it's on there. I'm not about to just, it's on there.
Yeah,
it's at the platform.
Easy to find.
It's at the platform 222nd. Usually, if you want to come pay respect, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's all to the good. Like a fake bake to you dig. It's all to the good. How about yourself, Pimp? What's going on? What's good with you?
Slow motion. Just trying to get these young niggas ready because you know they about to be out of school in about maybe 2 more weeks. So I'm trying to get ready for them niggas to be here every day again. God damn it.
Yeah. Alright, but we gonna get into the shit like this. It's a lot to discuss. Real talk, I really wish I could get this nigga DJ on this joint real quick, because I need to holler at him real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, DJ watching the show, man. Hopefully DJ tap in, because he may like what I got to say today. Alright, so first things first, we're just gonna go straight to it. Kevin Durant. We're just gonna jump straight into Kevin Durant. Straight into Kevin Durant. Now, last show, did we talk about him and Shannon Sharp?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so now he's at it again. He is at it again. This is the thing that I don't understand about Kevin Durant. People regard Kevin Durant as the best player in the league right now. Do I believe he's the best player in the league? Hell no. But people look at him like that. People talk about him like he could be maybe on his way to becoming the best player in the league and be better and basically being better than LeBron James at this particular juncture right now. We're talking about a year 18 LeBron James. You feel me? So it's not really too crazy to be like, okay, Kevin Durant, a year 10, 11 player, could be better than a year 18, 19 player. Could be a little bit. Because he got a little bit more time, even though his time is limited. To me. KD probably got another, you know what I'm saying, another 8 years, baby. 8 years or less in the league.
That's with good health.
Yeah, but you already got Achilles injury, so you don't really know. So now James Harden is out with the hamstring. Okay? So ain't gonna be no James Harden either until the playoffs. But Kevin Durant, right? So Kevin Durant is on a podcast. They asked Kevin Durant his top 5 players, right? They asked him who's his top 5 players that he ever played with. He said you know what I'm saying, the regular, you know what I'm saying, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, who else? Motherfucking
Harden,
Kyrie, and then Serge Ibaka. Over Russ, I'm better off. He should have said Draymond Green. What did you talking about? Should have said Draymond Green, man. Before Serge Ibaka, bruh. Should have said Draymond Green, bruh.
He always says some shit like
that. Oh, my, then he ain't gonna say Russ for what?
Because he that type of dude. I told you, like we discussed on the phone, like I said, that he wasn't talking for himself when he was there. His mother was doing all the talking. She was making all the stuff that he probably would have went better if he'd have been the one talking. You know what I'm saying? It probably would have had a better reaction if he was talking to Russ Westbrook instead of him talking to his mother and his mother talking to the press.
Yeah, because that whole little movement from him to Golden State was just a whole bunch of blah blah.
Right. And then when he got to Golden State, he started talking for himself, but the stuff he was saying just was.
It ain't registering. It ain't clicking. To me, I just don't know why he's so. To me, he is just so insecure. He's one of the most insecure superstars that we have in this game today. One of the most insecure superstars, hands down. Insecure as fuck.
I can agree with that. Anything you say to him, I had him.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Like what is we doing? You feel me? He going at Michael Rappaport. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Kevin Durant? Like, for real, at this point, man, I'm telling you, KD, go have to win that ring, bruh. For all this shit to be justified, he gonna have to win that ring. It ain't none of that lose it to Bron shit. Nah, bitch. You gonna have to win that ring, boy. On God, you gonna have to win that. Fuck that.
How he gonna win that with Bron?
I just don't know, because it's gonna be a tough little ride for whoever. It's gonna be a tough little ride for who on this playoff run. It's gonna be tougher than you think. For no matter for what team it is, from 1 to 8, I repeat, there is no definitive, clear-cut favorite as to who's going to the championship and winning it at this point. There's not one. It could be anybody at this point. It could be anybody. Because people are bloviating over. I was watching Undisputed, right? And Skip was bloviating on how good the Nets and how good the Clippers been shooting from the field this year, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, but bruh, and in the pandemic, they don't even got fans in that bitch still. That's why I was tripping where everybody was all hyped about Rondo was the key piece of the Lakers winning the shit. He played a part, but he wasn't no key piece. And then on top of that, it's easy for Rondo to hit a set three. Ain't nobody in the building.
Yeah, it's practice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
open gym.
There's a lot of crazy shit going on. But Kevin Durant, at the end of the day, get your mind right, bro. You tripping. You got to win that ring. Period. You got to win that ring. If LeBron lose to the Nets this year in the finals, I should not hear anything about it from anyone. I should not hear LeBron choked it. LeBron should have won it. I'm not trying to hear none of that. For real. I'm not. Not this time if you lose to the Nets. And they're healthy, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
But the health could be an issue.
It's going to be an issue for the Nets, for sure.
The health going to be an issue with all these teams in the playoffs.
Not all the teams.
I think the Lakers have coming off of health problems. So it benefit them, you know what I'm saying? It benefit them to have been better, so they had a better season during the season, but that don't really matter if they come into the playoffs.
Not really, because I'll tell you this. The Nets got 3 of the top 10 players in the league. The Lakers have 2 of the top 5 players in the league. AD is top 5, Brown top 5. KD, Kyrie, James Harden, all are top 10 players in today's NBA. They're all top 10 players. James Harden is in the top 5. Kyrie is a little bit under that. And, KD is at the top, like probably either 1, 2, or 3. However you want to put it. He's not really 3. Like Kawhi Leonard, to me, ain't in the top 10 players in the game right now. He is, but he ain't as high as a lot of other people may put him. To me, he's like 6, 7. He's not 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 would probably be Bron, KD, and if you want to twist my arm and shit, I'm going to say Steph Curry.
It sounds like you segued.
No, but I'm just saying, the 3 best players in the league right now, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. Then after that, you got like James Harden. I don't know if I really want to throw Giannis. You can throw Giannis in there. You got Giannis. You know what I'm saying? You got Giannis in there. You got Kyrie. You got Anthony Davis in there. You feel me? like for real, you got Anthony Davis in there. You got Jokic in there. Joker. You know what I'm saying? He a top 10 player in this league. And Embiid. That's another top 10 player in this league. Embiid, Joker, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Steph Curry, and I ain't gonna fake. I don't know if I would have put him up here because his team ain't really having a good year. But it'll be a toss-up to me between probably Russell Westbrook or I said Embiid already, right? Russell Westbrook or maybe Jimmy Butler.
Damn, if Kawhi don't make the league with Jimmy Butler and Kawhi.
Yeah, Kawhi is there. Kawhi 10. Kawhi like 9, 10.
Russ.
Kawhi in there. Kawhi in there over Russ though too. All right, Kawhi in there. I'm sorry, I ain't trying to knock Kawhi like that. Kawhi, he cool. He decent. He decent. But at the end of the day, I'll tell you this. As far as the Clippers is concerned, it's gonna be about Paul George. It ain't about Kawhi this time, bro.
I'm talking about that nigga.
I'm sorry that nigga doing that nigga ball. That nigga hit 35 last night.
I don't want to hear what this nigga is doing.
No, fuck that shit. You gotta hear that shit. You about to hear that shit every day. I don't give a fuck. What is he talking about? You don't want to hear that. That's your boy. You better hear that shit. What's wrong with you?
Man, listen.
Like I said, I can't even share the groups and shit, though. What the fuck is up my Facebook? Nigga, fuck Facebook. I'm about to delete that shit.
They about to try to block you, nigga?
I'm about to delete Facebook, bro. Fuck Facebook, bro. There ain't shit on there but these crash dummy head assholes on there. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm about to say, fuck that shit. I'll get cool. But let's get back to what we talking about.
I was trying to divert you talking about that nigga Paul George.
No, but for real, it's Paul George, Rondo, like, they play major parts. Markieff Morris, who is shooting 49% from 3 this season. The Clippers are the number 1 team from 3. They're shooting 44% from 3. 91% for the free throw line.
Now, what I see in this situation...
And 50% from the field. The Clippers are actually having a 50, 40, 90 season as a team.
So the way you saying this to me is that we know that no matter what happens, Kawhi Leonard gonna go down with the ship, whether or not it's going down burning or not. Rondo gonna give it everything he got. Markieff I'm gonna do whatever it takes to try to get in this game as player.
But what you're missing about the Paul George situation is a lot is on the line. More than it ever was in Indiana, more than it ever was at OKC for Paul George. As far as his longevity and what he's going to be known for in his career, this is one of the most important playoff runs in his career. Period. This is important. If they lose, but he cannot flame out. You see what I'm saying? If he flames out, it's going to be a problem. Reason why niggas knock James so much is because he flames out. Russell Westbrook, I don't think he flames out. I think he overdoes it.
Yes.
And it causes the team, and it causes the teams around him to kind of falter because he overdoes it. Like in the Jazz series a couple years back, where they had Paul George, and he just took it upon himself to shut down Ricky fucking Rubio. Ricky Rubio. Really, Russ? I understand he competitive, bro. He one of the most competitive niggas in this game. He not gonna cheat you. Russell Westbrook not gonna cheat you.
Every time you go out there,
but sometimes, to me, as a fan watching, I just want him to hone his abilities, bro. Russell Westbrook, the damn near unstoppable. You want to know reason why, to me, I used to compare D Rose and Russell Westbrook when they both first came into the league around the same time, probably a year apart.
Because it was explosive.
But they had the same type of game. Like, listen, I'm a LeBron nigga. I'm a LeBron fan, and I know for a fact that MVP season if that nigga D-Rose didn't tear his ACL, he would go beat Bron. But that was their best team. He was going crazy that year.
Yeah, he was.
He was going sick.
Cause his whole method was, you gotta beat me to the rim.
Yeah, and if you don't beat him to the rim, it's curtains. That's the same with Russ. If you don't beat Russell Westbrook to the rim, it's a wrap. The problem with me, I feel like Derrick Rose is always a little better jump shooter than Russell, because he's still a better jump shooter. Because he's looking good with the Knicks right now. That's another reason why the Knicks are looking good. But we're going to get to the last game of this playoff shit, because we kind of jumped from the Kevin Durant shit. Now we kind of like just starting to break down the outlook of these playoffs, because playoffs come in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Ain't the draft this weekend? What, the draft this weekend? I believe so. I gotta look that up. I believe it was. Like, at the end of the day, man, I've been going through so much shit. Yeah. That's why I was kind of debating on doing the show or not, but my nigga don't want me to do the show no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So, just in memory of him, for real, and just knowing me, like, I just said, fuck it, we gonna do this shit today. You feel me? Yeah. But I ain't been following shit. I ain't really been watching no games. I ain't really been following shit. You feel me? So, alright. So the draft actually is next weekend. Cool. So that's where we'll have a little football talk. I know we've been talking to basketball past few weeks. That's really the only thing going on besides this boxing shit, which we're going to get into this boxing shit too, because I really want to know what's up with these fucking internet boxers. Like, what's the deal with that shit? Like, I really have questions, but we're still here in the NBA shit, so we're going to stay here. You feel me? All right, let's just get to the outlook shit, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm kind of all over the place. Let's get to the outlook, though, right? We're going to get to the standards. Now, but what was we just talking about, though?
I don't know, we got sidetracked.
I think we were talking about Russ. We were really talking about the top 10. We were really talking about these top 10 players, and we were talking about it might be hard for the Nets to get to the finals, you think? Me, personally, I ain't going to fake it to you. This we're going to get right to the outlook. All right. Top 6 seeds that's avoiding the play-in. Nets, Sixers, Bucks, Knicks, Hawks. That's so good. That's so good to hear. That's so good to hear. Knicks, Hawks, and Celtics is 6. That is so good to hear, by the way, bro. First things first, before we really get all the way into this shit, shout out to the motherfucking New York Knicks. Julius Randle. You got D Rose over there getting it in. You got my boy motherfucking RJ Barrett looking good in his second year. Man, shout out to they playing Thibodeau got them playing incredible defense. If Julius Randle was like the most improved player this year, something is wrong.
Too hard to handle Randle, nigga.
Like, that nigga going off. That nigga hitting 3 step backs. This nigga is going crazy. This like gotta be one of his best seasons. This got to be one of his better seasons. He didn't look bad with the Knicks last year, but you know it was half and half. It's then after the pandemic, they didn't get invited to the bubble, so he just was working, and it shows. Yeah. The same with all it shows with them. Trae Young, shout out to the Hawks, they looking good. Told you they're gonna get to the playoffs this year. They're 5 seed, 5th seed. Respect to the Hawks, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all came up from the bottom, man. Cause I think we was talking about this on when we was on the phone. Knicks ain't been to the playoffs in the Knicks ain't been to the playoffs in a decade. Suns number 2 in the West. They ain't been to the playoffs in a fucking decade. Shout out to the Suns too, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the teams that's been kind of just building, and boom. You feel me? Here y'all go. Y'all try to take a crack at it. I respect it. So top 6 teams: Brooklyn, Philly, Bucks, Knicks, Hawks, Celtics. In the play-in, fight for the play-in right now, you got the Heat, the Hornets, the Pacers, and the Wizards that actually slid into the 10th spot. Because the Bulls had the 10th spot, but they kind of been on a losing streak. I don't know, that Vucevic trade, it ain't, I don't know. No, it ain't really panning out. I'm going to be honest with you. Vucevic get banged on almost every other game. This shit, I don't know. I thought it would have been a little better. I thought that little pair would have been like, ooh, they in the play-in, but I don't know. But they only like a game out, though, so Don't get it, only like a game out. You know what I'm saying? The Wizards kind of like went catapulted because they've been on this little winning streak. Russ been on this triple-double tear since motherfucking All-Star break.
What's that, 17 out of 22?
18 out of 22. He just had a triple-double last night. 37, 11, and 11 against the Thunder. The Thunder team. A team full of No, like, nigga, he yelling at the Thunder bitch and shit. That's what I'm saying. This is the type of shit that I be talking about with Russ. He do too much. So you yelling at these niggas. Bruh, ain't nobody, I repeat, ain't nobody that was on that team when you were on it is on the team now, bruh. Not nobody. Shea Alexander is injured. He not even playing. And he wasn't even there when he was on the team.
No towel boys.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Bruh, y'all niggas is motherfucking 26 and 33. It didn't affect him, right? That's the only reason why I don't like it. When it affects his game. Let me say it like when it affects his game and he does this herky jerky, this little stupid shit.
Yeah, that does.
When you do this half, should I do it? Should I not do it? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it shit. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's where Russ is at his worst. To me, that's what Russell. That's what Russell Westbrook.
I want to see him on the attack. If he's not on the attack, and you got to get there before you get there, and he have to start making decisions. His decision making, it's not. His assists come out of bailouts.
Yeah, but for real, bro. Oh God, nigga, them niggas is 9 and 10. They won the last. They is 9 and 10. Out of the last 10 games, they won 9 of them. They've been on a roll. The Wizards have been on the roll the past couple of weeks. They've been on a roll.
He triple-double. These assists is good, but his assists is not true assists. They bailouts. The vast majority of them.
See, at the end of the day, I'll tell you this. The way you breaking down Russell Westbrook right now is more of his post-KD Thunder days. Right? Me personally, he ain't look like that in Houston. And he don't look like that now. To where, okay, I'm going to the rim full speed, and I see Steven Adams right here to cut, let me dump it off. Type shit. You feel me? He ain't really wasn't doing that in Houston. And he not doing that in the Wizards. They don't have a big man like that. He throwing some oops here and there, but a lot of his assists is kind of like the extra pass type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really got to give Russell Westbrook credit. He's working on it to me. A lot of these triple-double games are low turnover games as well. No more than 5 turnovers. With about 11, 12 assists. That's money every day for me. You know what I'm saying? That's money every day for me. Because if he's your primary ball handler and he has 5 turnovers but 12 assists, and the rest of your team is pretty much handling the ball, holding the ball well, like at that point you may have somewhere anywhere from, like, to me, anywhere 15 under. Anything 15 and under on the turnover side, you're good. 15 and higher, that's where, you know what I'm saying, a nigga might be blown out or some shit. You know what I'm saying? 15 and lower right there, that's like some average shit. You feel me? That's like some average shit, some shit that you can overcome. Because, you know, teams are also trying to force turnovers. That's why, you know what I'm saying, the Lakers got the #1 defense right now because they force the most turnovers in the NBA right now. That's why they're the #1 ranked defense right now is the Lakers. You feel me? So, let's get into it like this. Out of the Heat, Hornets, Pacers, and Wizards, which 2 teams do you want to see as the 7 for 8 seed?
The Heat, Hornets, Pacers,
Wizards. Yep.
I don't care about the Pacers.
Okay.
I really don't care about the Wizards either. But out of them teams you named,
which 2
gonna put up the most fight?
Yeah, which two gonna end up being 7 and 8? Even though though, right, this is the kicker. Even though right now it's like 13 games left. It's a game. It's a game separating the Celtics and the Heat with the 6 and 7. And it's 2 games from 4. They're 2 games back from the 4th seed. The Heat are 2 games back from the 4th seed.
But they at 7?
Yes, they're 2 games back from the 4th seed. The Hornets are the 8th seed right now, and the Hornets are 3.5 games back from the 4th seed. I just want to keep that in mind. The Knicks are looking good. They're 8 out of their last 10. You feel me? They have been looking good. But what I'm telling you is, you're getting close to the end. I know what's about to happen. What's about to happen is this. When they get like a week out, maybe a week and a half out, motherfuckers going to start resting, and motherfuckers going to start sitting people down. So, with that being said, with this shit being so tight from 4 to 8, really.
If you sit down in the wrong game, you might be the nigga to get knocked.
you might be the nigga that have to play in the play-in. Honestly, I'm going to tell you this. Honestly, none of those three bottom teams want to see the Knicks in the play-in. Hornets, Pacers, Wizards. Don't want to see the Knicks in the play-in. The Heat. None of them three want to see the Heat in the play-in. Those are two teams for sure in these 8 that if I'm any of these other teams at the bottom, I'm talking about the bottom, from 4 to 10, I don't want to see the Knicks in the play-in. I don't want to see the Heat or the Celtics really in no play-in. Now the Hawks look decent, but a lot of them, that's their first time. I don't know. Trae Young been looking decent. Niggas been looking decent. John Collins and shit. Niggas looking decent.
Russ can take them.
Well, Russ can take the Hawks in a one game. Cause that's what the play-in shit is. It's a one game. Cause it's a double elimination though, right? So if let's say you the 7th seed and you lose, right? Let's say you the 7th seed and you lose. You get a chance to play again. You feel me? If you lose again, you out. 8th seed, you're gonna lose one time. I think the 8th seed, I don't think you can lose if you're the 8th seed. If you're the 8th seed playing like a 9 or something like that, like I don't think you can lose. I think but it's supposed to be a double elimination because last year they only added it was 2 teams.
Yeah. No.
So they added an extra team. So that was 3 teams.
Just do these brackets just on record.
I mean, it started to get like that. And the only reason why I say that is because it's like this. Okay. Now, we're talking about the East. We didn't even get to the West yet. Now, we're talking about the East, right? I have 7 teams over 500. 1 team a game under 500. Another team 4 games under 500. And another team 7 games under 500. But with a pandemic, though. I don't know. Like, it's 13 games left. Like, this is what I would love to see, for real. While we're on the subject of this, right? This is what I would love to see, and I'll tell you what 2. But you still ain't, hold on. But you still ain't tell me what 2 teams, though. You say you ain't give a fuck about the Wizards, you ain't really give a fuck about the Pacers.
The Wizards and the Hornets. I want to see the Hornets.
You want to see the Hornets? Mm-hmm. But see, the thing about the Hornets to me is Terry Rozier is another one of them players that's in there running for most improved. Like Terry Rozier is having a hell of a year, and Miles Bridges, it's just nigga is posterizing niggas, bro. Like this nigga is body bagging niggas. He done body bagged like 3 niggas. Like it's like this is about to be a Vince Carter with Vince Carter with the Nets. When they had Kenyon Martin and fucking Richard Jefferson. That nigga, Vince Carter was catching bodies night after night. Yeah. This shit was like, what the fuck? You feel me? This nigga Miles Bridges, the duck he had last a couple of days ago. It's just light work. I think it's Terry Rozier coming on the side. Toss it to him as he cut into the lane. He coming to the lane. Like this, cocked all the way back. Dude, hand like this. He said, yeah. He done had 2. He got 2. Man, listen. Miles Bridges, shout out to Miles Bridges. You got the dunk of the year regardless, no matter which one it's going to be. No matter which one. Like, niggas keep talking about that Anthony Edwards dunk when he dunked over to do his shit. Which was it was decent. For a rookie, it's decent. But Miles Bridges, man, coming too aggressive. And I would love to see the Hornets in the playoffs, too. And as far as the Wizards are concerned, I would rather see the Wizards than the Hornets as well, though. I would want to see the Hornets in there, but I would rather see the Wizards over the Hornets. I gotta see the Heat. The Heat must be in there. Period. Heat gotta be in there. I think the Heat is not even gonna be worried about this. I think it's gonna fuck around be the Knicks or the Hawks. One of those 2 teams are gonna be 7 when it's all said and done. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The Heat ain't going out like that. The Heat gonna fuck around and pop up in the 3rd or 4th spot before the season is around. You can book that.
First of all, see the Heat.
You can book it.
They own something.
You can book it.
They own something.
But you can book it though. But you can book it, though. I'm
But
telling
Charlotte,
you can book it, though. But you can book it. There are 7 right now because they lost last night. Niggas was going on. Who they lose to? I think they lost to the Clippers last night, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, who they lose to last
Charlotte
night?
dangerous.
They a little dangerous, but they ain't. Listen here. Charlotte is dangerous. Don't get me wrong. They will get swept by the Nets in the first round. They will get swept by the Sixers in the first round. They're going to get swept, bruh. I'm sorry, like, I'm not, like, it's an exciting team. They had Lonzo Ball. I would love to see it. I would love just to see it. They lost to the Hawks last night. But I would just look that he lost to the Hawks last night. See, that's what I'm saying. My boy Treyway been going crazy, though. My boy Treyway been going crazy. They didn't even play.
This is what I'm trying to do. Your boy, they are, ain't nobody expecting really too much. They ain't got no expectations looking at that team.
So who you talking about?
Looking at the
Charlotte?
Yeah. I mean, they got expectations, but for real, this team is a.
I ain't gonna lie to you, they don't.
Right.
I ain't gonna sit here and cap. They don't have expectations.
Ain't nobody got no real, like, how can I put it, no footage to go against. They don't know what to really focus on when the shit hit the fan.
All I know is if Lonzo Ball was healthy, they'll be live. I still think that they'll probably get swept either way if they was an 8th seed or a 7th seed. You feel me? I still think they would get swept either way. This is real talk, but they're live with LaMelo out there. They live. Like, it's to the point where it's like, you don't know. They can steal a game or two. They can put pressure on the Nets in the first round. They could do that. Like, if Lonzo was healthy. They could put pressure on the Sixers in the first round if Lonzo was healthy. But seeing that, LaMelo, my bad. Since LaMelo ain't healthy, the first round exit, man. 5 gentlemen sweep at best for them. So it's like, give or take, it's a gentleman sweep at best. If Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook get to the playoffs, though, I know it's going to be a tough out with whoever they got play. It's going to be a tough out for them regardless. That's why that's one of the teams that I ain't going to fake. I want to see in the playoffs is the Wizards. I want to see I want to see the Wizards in there, and I want to see the Heat in there. You know what I'm saying? I want to see the Wizards and the Heat. So that's my 7 to 8. I want to see them too.
As far as the playoffs is this East go, I really don't. This Russell Westbrook is on the strength that I'm watching him and these niggas need to do something. But you know how I felt about the Wizards. Like, these niggas, y'all was in contention to try to do something year after year after year.
But see, this the whole thing about the Wizards.
And never made no.
But this the whole thing about the Wizards with the John Wall. They had John Wall, motherfucking. Man, listen here, bro. I'm gonna tell you this again. Them niggas, who was they gonna beat?
Nobody.
No. You might as well say it, cause niggas always talk about that was a team, nigga. They used to. Oh my goodness, I used to hate when niggas used to talk about these motherfucking Wizards year after year after year. When the nigga LeBron made a damn career off these niggas, and then now they want to dub back. You get motherfucking John Wall and all these new young niggas, and now y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas kept choking and shit. Man, it was crazy. Man, listen, I don't know. Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, you feel me? They had Bradley Beal too some of the years. But Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal, one thing for sure, two things for certain, is what I will say.
They don't go for it.
They live though. It's a live. They gonna lose a 6, Bradley. You feel me? Lose a 6. Lose a 6, bro. Like, I want to see at least 5. I want to see in the first round. I really want to see all 6 game series. Fuck it.
You know, both of them dudes.
I want to see I want to see every series go 6 games.
They can melt down. You know they can.
Who?
Both of them niggas.
I mean, true enough, but like I said, as a fan, as a basketball fan, Chase Bayless, Chase Gam, whatever you want to call me, I want to see at least, out of all the players, at least 3 to 4 of these first rounds go 6 games. Yeah. Yeah, nigga.
No.
Listen to this. Okay. So if the Nets played the Wizards, right? Let's just say Hornets, Pacers, they drop out. the Wizards slide up there, they end up being the 8th seed regardless. It don't matter who the 7th seed is. Right? Let's say they're the 8th seed. They live going against the Nets in the first round, and the Nets ain't 100% healthy. It ain't been playing. They could steal a game, win a game, make a 6-game series out of that one. Out of their first shit. They just trying to get the Bears together, the Nets. They could get still to the way this shit gonna go. They talk about James Harden, they coming back to the playoffs.
And them niggas ain't really playing together at all, for real.
They only played like 8 games. Like them niggas that raw. What's going on? Damn, this nigga got niggas doing all this extra shit. Hold up, bro. We in here? Is we in here? Sorry. Shit, what's good? What's good with you?
Speak of the devil.
We ain't even get to this shit. We was just about to get to this West shit too with this nigga call. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
What y'all got going on, man? Happy Saturday, y'all.
Same to you, man. Niggas over here cooler. Niggas were just breaking down this little outlook on the little 2 conferences as far as this playoff shit, cause you know that shit coming up around the corner and shit. We was just about to get into the West and shit before you called. We was talking about this nigga Russell Westbrook with motherfucking with the Wizards, like his past 12, 13 games. You know they lightweight been on this little roll for real. Wizards been lightweight on the roll. Like they trying to slide the playoffs.
He been balling the last few games for real.
Yeah, so I don't know. We talk about out of the bottom 4 teams, who was the 2 teams that we kind of wanted to see in the playoffs, or we thought was gonna make it to the playoffs and shit. You feel me? Out of these bottom 4, we was just about to get to the West, and and what's so crazy is we just about to get to the West, and this is why I need you right here, man. I need you to see me say this. I need you to hear this. Hey, man, DJ. I understand now, man. I understand why niggas be hating on the nigga Steph Curry, why niggas hate that nigga so much, man. I get it, man.
Why he too good?
That nigga crazy, bruh. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. And niggas been hating on the nigga so hard this year, bruh. And I just been sitting back, I'm like, damn, why niggas going so hard on Steph? Like, that nigga really is a 3-point god. Like, why niggas hate the nigga like this? I hated him because he was going against my team. You feel me? Like, once that shit got over with, I'm kind of like, I mean, he's still Steph Curry, though. Like, that nigga still Steph Curry, bruh.
At this point, you gotta sit back and just be like, all right, what is this nigga gonna do next?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we get into the West, they live. But they live, dang. They live. No team in the bottom 4 want to see them niggas in the play-in. None of them.
Yeah.
None of them, bro. Yeah. Blazers, Grizzlies, Spurs, none of them.
Phoenix good, but I don't think Phoenix want to see none of them teams at the bottom either.
Yeah. That's what we really just was talking about too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Suns, they've been good in like a decade, for real. Suns, they've been good for a long time, bro.
Long time.
Yeah, super long time. Niggas was in college and shit, you know what I mean? Niggas was doing a whole lot of different shit. You know what I'm saying? My beard wasn't even like this, man, when them niggas in the playoffs.
I was gonna say, they had Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, Joe Johnson.
Yeah, the nigga.
Long time since them niggas been good.
Yeah. All them niggas retired. They see the nigga he dead, man, in the league.
All them niggas over quick.
Damn Steve Nash and coach and shit. Steve Nash and coach and shit. That shit crazy. Amari Stoudemire on the damn staff with him, man. That shit crazy.
Yeah.
But see, that's the whole thing, though. This West shit kind of crazy, though.
But the West has always been crazy like that.
But see, this the whole thing. This what I want to know, Dan. This is the real question. Can the Jazz go out like the Spurs did that one year? Where after they lost to the Grizzlies in the first round. They was like the number 1 seed. Grizzlies was like the 8th seed.
If the playoffs started today, who would the Jazz have to see?
If the playoffs started today, the Jazz, I had to see the Grizzlies, but they still don't got Donovan Mitchell, though, correct? Or he gonna be back? Like, what's up with Donovan Mitchell?
That's what I'm saying. This is the only year, and the only reason why I say this is the only year where the playoffs is really up for grabs. Like, niggas is injured. We don't know who faking. We don't know who really injured. We don't know if niggas gonna have the chemistry at the same time to play good. Like in both conferences.
Yeah. Like especially like the main players in this shit. Like it's the main players. But see, that's what you're gonna see. But see, this the whole thing though, right? We talk about the top 10 niggas, right? I say the Nets got 3 of the top 10 players. I think the Lakers got 2 of the top 5 though. You feel me? I think Anthony Davis is a top 5 player though in the league.
Hey, and
as far as skill wise is concerned.
That's a little debatable because I ain't gonna lie, before the championship in LA, Anthony Davis was top 10, but niggas didn't just catapulted the nigga to the top 5 status because he got a ring now.
No, it's not. But see, that's the whole thing though. Like, and Dame can vouch because we be, you know what I'm saying, we be having these conversations. We was talking about Anthony Davis being the next one at a point in time, to where he would probably be the next best player in the league at a point in time. It was a moment where that was said in like maybe his second or third year with the Pelicans. He was giving you 25 and 15.
No, I remember.
You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not really saying that because of that. And I don't think the ring really got a lot to do with it for real, for me. As far as how niggas playing on the floor. You feel me? James Harden is another one that's top. He's a top 5 player. Like, James Harden is a top 5 player. To me, he'll probably be like, at the end of the day, probably be like 5th. I don't know. He talk about playing Kawhi. I don't know if Kawhi is a top 5. He a top 10 player. I don't know if Kawhi's a top 5 player in the league. I don't know.
I was gonna say, who you moving out of your top 5? Who, like?
Cause see, right now we was just saying it. Right now we were just talking. I was just like, all right, you know, roll Bron, KD, Steph. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, it's like, I'm thinking it's like, it's a lot of players like you could put AD there. I could put AD there, but then I could put James there. I don't know if I could put Kawhi or Giannis there. You feel me? I don't know if I can put Kawhi or Giannis there. For real. I don't know. Kawhi is accomplished, though, but I still don't know, though.
Y'all think Embiid is sneaking in your top 5?
Yeah, he getting there, though. But he getting there, though. Because Embiid, like, honestly, probably might be the best big man in the game. Like, it's a toss-up because him and Jokic do kind of different things, but they still both, like, majorly effective, though. Like,
with what they do.
Yeah, like, majorly. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jokic is just as effective to me as Embiid, but Embiid is more dominating than Jokic. His game is more dominant. He can dominate a game. I've seen Jokic go off in games. Jokic can't just dominate a game, though, bro. I ain't seen that yet. Jokic have a good game, but then Jamal Murray will fuck around and control the game. Jamal Murray will be going off. They gonna miss that nigga. The Nuggets, I don't know. Nuggets might be one and done, because they gonna miss Jamal Murray in the playoffs. I'm gonna tell you that for sure. They gonna miss that nigga. Yeah, they gonna miss him badly. And then Will Barton just went down last night against the motherfucking Warriors and shit. So they trying to get a little MRI on him. So they missing both of them. It's like, ooh wee, it's looking ugly. And if Donovan Mitchell ain't coming back 100 for the Jazz, it's kind of looking ugly too. The Jazz been losing some games to where I'm like, in a playoff setting, I can see them get bounced in the first round. With Donovan Mitchell, they're not going to get bounced in the first round, no matter out of the bottom 14. They ain't got Donovan Mitchell in there. Only team that will be really live is like, oh my God, why y'all got to play these niggas? Is if the Jazz got to play the Warriors in the first round. Damn. That's all I can say. Because what do niggas going to do with Steph?
The Jazz will have enough for the Warriors, but it all depends on the matchup. Like, if the Warriors see the Suns, I honestly will put my money on the Warriors just based on matchup.
Hey, but listen though, this is the whole thing, man. Like we really big enough Steph Curry, and I like that because Steph Curry been having a great season this year. Like there is an in between season because this pandemic shit, all this shit is just some different shit anyway. So sometimes you gotta just like get over like certain shit. Like he had a little stretch like a month ago where he was just looking, he wasn't hitting shit. But like I've been telling niggas all year, like you know what I'm saying, when no Klay Thompson out there, it's more pressure on Steph Curry than he ever had to deal with ever in his career, though. By the way, you feel me? So you got to put that into consideration. It's not just me trying to knock it, like, but it's like it's different. People play their defense different. Like at the end of the day, come on, they got Andre, they got fucking Andrew Wiggins, they got motherfucking Shaq and the fool ass Kelly Oubre on the squad. Like, come on, man. He got Kelly Oubre. Man, I was watching a game, bro, and then I seen it again. The famous Los 32 and shit. Put the shit on the motherfucking IG of this nigga Kelly Oubre. It was the motherfucking Wizards versus the Warriors. Couple of games back. Kelly Oubre is garbage. What is he gonna do with any wing in a playoff series? I have no faith in dude. Or Andrew Wiggins, I have no faith with them at all. You will have to figure it out with them too.
I have faith in Wiggins more so than Oubre, but here's my thing. There was a stat the other day, and this goes to show, and it's not like I don't like to make he ain't got no help excuse because I don't use that shit for niggas. When even though the shit do be true, like y'all be having a point, but it only goes toward like Anthony Davis ain't really had shit in New Orleans with the exception of the 1 year he had Drew Holiday, a couple niggas, and they got out the first round. Yeah. But Steph, they said Ken Bazemore, Andrew Wiggins, Kelly Oubre has missed or hasn't hit as many 3-pointers as Klay Thompson hit in his last 4 seasons.
I've been watching these games. That's why at the end of the day when Dame Dirty was on here hollering all that Steph shit, like he ain't a Batman shit, that shit was really pissing me off because I watched these games and it's like, bruh, like, come on, bruh. That's why sometimes with the LeBron shit, like I really be just like, bruh, like I be watching these games. I see what these niggas do compared to other niggas on better teams, and it's like, come on, man. Like, like Steph Curry, the reason why he's even doing this is amazing enough because he don't really have no supporting cast really like that. You just gotta, like, he got more help in the younger players and the rookies than the veterans on his team at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like if they had a better bench, they would be in a better push. Like,
yeah, I mean, I like Jordan Bell over there. Jordan Bell, he been looking good. There's a couple cats over there that's been looking decent. What's the dude name?
Pascal.
Yeah, he decent. He decent.
Hold on, DJ. I want to ask you. You said I'm a little confused. Wiggins, you got faith in Wiggins?
I do for real.
Man, I ain't gonna fake though. Real talk, man. You can't even. I mean, at the end of the day, I know how his career had turned out, how his career been going thus far. You feel me? But you can't act like niggas want hype when niggas got the number 1 pick and they picked that nigga and we thought that nigga was gonna play with Kyrie and shit. Niggas was hyped up for Andrew Wiggins. Nigga, I
honestly feel like
I went down there for that motherfucking watch. I went down there for that watch party, nigga. Niggas was hyped for that nigga. Niggas thought that nigga was gonna be the next one. Yeah, at the Q and shit. I got tickets and shit. And I went down there and shit. Just to see that shit. But then like a few days later, that's when LeBron talk about I'm coming home and all that bullshit. So you already know how that go. You feel me?
I mean,
I feel like the Cavs could have still won a chip with Wiggins.
I don't know.
But they wouldn't never got no love. So how they gonna do it?
I feel like he kind of, I ain't gonna say he interchangeable, but I feel like they still could have did it. But if Klay was there and Wiggins was a third wheel, he'll be much more effective because the load wouldn't be expected as much.
If I was them, I would have him really coming off the bench for real. If we got Klay. If I got Klay back, I'll probably have Wiggins being my first man off the bench, try to put him in a 6-man role. See if that'll work out for him. Kent Bazemore just started a lot. Kent Bazemore started a lot when he was with Atlanta and shit. The same with Kelly Oubre. Like, them niggas is 15 minutes. Sit your ass down. We paid you for 15 minutes of work. Get the fuck on out of here. And then you can have the nigga in there for the stretch. You can have Andrew Wiggins in there for the stretch runs and shit. Him and a couple of the younger players with Steph, Draymond. However you want to do it.
He'll probably be able to do more in that time.
But for real, but let's be clear. But let's be clear, man. So what's up, man? So the boy KD liked the post on the little nigga on motherfucking Twitter saying Steph Curry need an MVP, and 3 All-Stars to win a championship. You hip to that?
No, when this come about?
Shit, about like 2 days ago.
2 days ago, right?
And then the nigga Kevin Durant deleted the like.
Oh, man. Take that man a phone, man.
Man, KD be wildin', bro. What's up with the nigga? And then he going in on your nigga, man. That was your nigga, man. What you mean? Y'all niggas was best of buds. You know what I'm saying? What's up with that nigga, bro?
Somebody gotta take the man a phone.
Niggas need to just
talk to him like, at
man.
this point, just play basketball, my nigga. You got 2 rings now. Even if the nigga didn't get a ring, if he keep his career at the point that he's going, the nigga gonna be a great player. Like, just
shut the
because
fuck
you
up.
get a ring don't mean you're not good.
Hey, but listen, let me ask you this though. So do you think the main reason why he went to Golden State was so we could forget about the fact that he choked the 3-1 lead?
No, I honestly felt like he went because it made the most complete basketball sense.
I mean that's the honest listen, wait. That's the political way to say it, and I still feel the same way. But let's be real, man. Niggas do not talk about, bring up, dissect what happened to Kevin Durant game 5, 6, and 7 against Golden State. Nobody speaks on it. Why? Why, man? Why, bro? If I can hear about LeBron James losing to a team that beat the Lakers and the Spurs in a playoff run and beat the Heat where he choked in the 4th quarter, I'll give you that. No points, 4 fourth quarters in a row. LeBron did that shit. They lost. I hear more about that than the fact that KD choked 3 games in a row against Golden State. I don't hear about that at all. Why is that? Why?
Because Russell Westbrook fucked off the game just as much as Durant did.
But he fucked off the game. It ain't like he ain't fucked off the game.
Put a pin in that. So I gotta listen to motherfuckers talk about these niggas losing their 3-game lead, and my nigga gotta be responsible for this other fuckbag ass nigga who ain't make no push in the run, and he give it cause Russell Westbrook handled it. Man, see, that's why y'all some haters. That's why I don't.
Hey, but you wanna know what's up?
Listen.
All right.
Listen, game 5. I'm about to give y'all niggas just a little bit of insight.
All right, man.
Game 5.
Yeah.
Durant went for 40, 7, and 4. That's game 5.
Okay.
Game 6. Where we at? Kevin Durant. Game 6, he goes for 29, 7, and 3. In game 7, he goes for 27, 7, and 3, which is to his standards block.
Standard numbers. Decent numbers.
But we're gonna go to Russell Westbrook. Game 7, he went for 19 points, 13 rebounds, but he was at negative 14 in the plus minus.
That's game 7. All right, game 6.
Game 6, Russell Westbrook went for 28, 11, was a negative 11, 5 turnovers. Shot 0 for 5 from 3. He shot 37%.
But I don't like him as a 3-point shooter either. They had 5.
In game 5,
he had 31 in the games.
Game 5, he went for 31, 7 turnovers, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. He shot 3 of 8 from 3, 39% from the field.
All right. So you would have put that on. Russell Westbrook, right? So you would have put that on. So if you would have put that on Russell Westbrook, I'm gonna let you do that. But then I would have asked you a question back. So then, how did they get to the finals 2012? Then, as far as their playing on the court, as well as Russell Westbrook doing the same type of shit he did in that series, He did the same shit against the Spurs. That shit ain't work against the Heat. You feel me? It ain't work against the Spurs the following year and the following year until they got to the point where they thought the Thunder they in a situation where they could knock off the Warriors.
You know,
and then that's where they at.
In 2012, they had Harden. And not saying Harden was that nigga, but Harden was enough to take some of the responsibilities of dominating the ball. Because we all know Russell Westbrook, he a point guard, but he ain't really a point guard.
No, he's not really a point guard at all to be. But I just feel like, it's something like we were just saying, we were just talking about Russ. And I like Russ. I never thought Russ was no top 5 or top 10 player right now. It might be like top 20. But I like Russ. You know what I'm saying? I like what he represents, though, on the floor. I like what he represents. Sometimes I just feel like he need to try to hone that a little better. I think with this Wizards situation, for the looks of it, really, like, since the All-Star break, I've been kind of watching the Wizards a little bit. And it's just like, damn, it look a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's the same type of shit. He's doing the same type of shit, but it feels a little different. I just hope I'm right about it. You feel me? I feel like
He got a little different spin to it right now for sure.
yeah, so I just hope that he can, you feel me? I just hope that could be something that could work out for him. Because at the end of the day, I'll tell you this. Like, KD, just like Kyrie in that 2017 NBA Finals against the Warriors, where his numbers were decent. I'll give you that. Numbers were decent. Just like Kevin Durant, he probably averaged, 28 in that series probably? Like 28, 29 points in the series probably. If you really want to round it off. Because you gave me a 40-point game. You gave me a 29-point game just out the last, like, 3 or 4. So I know he had to average, like, close to 30. When he lost to the Heat in 2012, that nigga averaged 30.
Right.
You feel me? Like, so I know it's kind of decent, but it's like, it's key moments, it's key shots, it's key things that if I'm watching the game, I'm just like, damn. Like, I don't even see LeBron do shit like that, where I'm just like, damn. 2015, Game 4, I knew it. I was watching Game 4, I'm like, this, I don't know about this. We lose this game, I don't know.
Something right there. You look at it and be like, damn, something.
Yeah, but I'm just saying to myself, I'm just like, the momentum switching. If we lose this game, bruh, and the momentum at a high, like, if we lose this game, and you know it's hard to even win at Oracle anyway, like, niggas had to put their whole blood, sweat, and tears to even win one game out of Oracle. That game 2 in 2015, that was, I liked that game for LeBron too. That was a great LeBron James game for real. But them niggas worked tooth and nail. You had Dellavedova doing whatever he could to hold on to Steph Curry that game. He did whatever he could. But still going into the current shit, it's like, I don't know, man.
Oh, and side note, 2012 Harden averaged more points than Westbrook in the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, yeah, but he really was going off with Ginobili. He was treating that boy Ginobili. That nigga couldn't stand it. He couldn't stand it, did though. He hated that shit. He didn't like it. He didn't like that shit.
He just stole Ginobili's swag.
Yeah, but he didn't like it, bro. He didn't like that shit back then. You know that?
Well, Harden was definitely serving Ginobili.
But you don't understand how bad. But you understand how bad that made this nigga at the time, bro. Nigga was heated, man. Nigga was fucking with them young niggas, man. Man, fuck them young niggas. We gonna get our turn. Old niggas gonna come back. We gonna get our turn, nigga. Yeah, mad as fucking them young niggas. He was like,
on the torture chamber on high for sure.
Hey, I ain't gonna fake. Low key, his career was on the decline after that series, though. Even though they went to the finals, for 2 more years, though. They went to the finals 2 years after that. Niggas was really going at him for 2013. He tried to. I ain't gonna fake. 2014 was Kawhi, really. Kawhi really redeemed himself more than Ginobili. And that's why I think people do give Kawhi Leonard the regard, because he did kind of miss key free throws. He did kind of some shit 2013. Then he bounced back and kind of shut LeBron the fuck down.
He had a bounce back shit. But that's just like the following year. Like, I'll never forget the 2017 finals, the Cavs and the Warriors. Nigga, the first play out the gate, the Cavs tried to go at Steph. I'll never forget. Tried to go at Steph, the nigga deflected a pass. Then, like, they got the ball back, and then the nigga tried to go at Steph again, and he, like, locked that shit down. So I'm like, yo, this nigga either heard niggas, like, oh, he
see, but Kyrie gonna go at anybody like that. Like, that's for Kyrie Irving. That's how he come. That's how he coming with that shit. That's how he bringing it. That's how he bringing it. He bringing it to cook you. Real talk, at the end of the day, that nigga Steph Curry, man, kind of got saved 2015 because that nigga Kyrie was cooking that nigga that game one, cooking him. And I'm like, oh, blocking the shit. He on his ass. Niggas like, oh, the nigga Kyrie, nigga, oh, niggas was coming. You know what I'm saying? Came down wrong with the ankle shit. And when he did that, I'm kind of like, man, this shit a rap. I don't know how they gonna do this. You feel me? But they still made it a series.
Kyrie would have been able to keep up with Steph all series. That's the one thing about Steph, like other than his handles and the shooting, like this nigga runs around off the ball all fucking game, bro. Like, how do you defend it?
But see, that's the whole thing.
Run you off screen. You gotta chase the nigga. Like, that shit gotta be annoying.
I mean, that's what the fuckers his daddy did.
But at the end of the day, but he lost. So somebody had to. But he lost before though in the finals. So somebody, you know what I'm saying. So the Cavs did something. 2016, they did something to limit this nigga to not hit certain shots that he would hit. Like, this nigga hit a shot yesterday.
He was missing shots. He had off series.
I mean that's what it is. So I mean, some gotta be contribute to that. You feel me? Maybe it could be the way they got their hands in their face or something, right?
Brian get his numbers. Brian had the 2015 series crazy numbers, but he shot like what 38% from the field, or
he was shooting
like something just not LeBron.
Yeah, because it was too of a volume. But he turned himself into a volume shooter that playoff run. He was more of a volume shooter that playoff run. And that ain't really LeBron though. But he was more of a volume shooter. That one, and not really 2018 as much. But certain games he was like that, but not as much though. 2018, but it was a similar situation where
2018 he ain't had no choice. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, niggas talk about like Iverson or LeBron in them years, like nigga, if that's what your team needs, that's
yeah. Like you can't knock it, like man, come on, man. Iverson, man, will them niggas. Iverson said, "Come on, we to the finals. Let's go." What? Look, Iverson did that shit, man. That's why Iverson will always be one of my favorite players of all time ever. Like, and niggas ain't gonna knock out that nigga. You know what I'm saying? That nigga been a lot. You know what I'm saying? That nigga really did a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was the primary. He was 75% of their offense.
So what's up? So this is the real question. So what's up? Niggas talk about this Subway series. This Subway series around 2 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Niggas excited about that. Niggas want to see that. They talk about it may be in the first round. The Knicks may slide to 7. They may see him in the first round.
The Knicks and the Nets.
Yeah. Yep.
I feel like it might be a little interesting, but I feel like it'll be if everybody healthy on Brooklyn, it'll be a 5-game series.
But that's what I'm saying. But if James Harden ain't coming back to the playoff start, that's what they talk about. He ain't coming back to the playoff start though. See, the only difference with LeBron and Anthony Davis is they done played together for a whole entire season, and then they played together in the bubble. You feel me? Kyrie, James Harden.
Durant and Harden played together, but Kyrie outcast on that aspect.
I mean, not really, because they have played together. Though. They played probably, Kyrie and KD probably played, this season probably 15 games together, 20 games together maybe.
But long as you need 2 of the players. So if like KD and Harden and played together them few years in OKC. So they got a somewhat of the chemistry from being on the court before. Kyrie the odd man out, but Kyrie the nigga you get a ball and say, look, we need you to cook. And we don't gotta involve you in the offense, we just need you to go get a bucket. And if he got it going, they probably gonna feed him. But Harden, he could run your offense. Like you said, Harden being out is the key piece to me because he set an offense up better than Kyrie gonna set the offense up.
That's crazy. This nigga that went from one big 3 to another big 3. This nigga KD slick as fuck. And did he get mad at niggas? We going off Twitter beefing with niggas and shit, man. What's to my nigga, man? What's to him, bruh? He a champion, bro. Let that shit go, bro. You a champion.
I definitely feel like he need to let it go, though.
Let that shit go.
Let it go.
Like, this nigga getting into it with motherfucking Michael Rappaport, all this extra shit. I'm like, man, what's to this nigga KD, man? This nigga tripping, man. Like, this nigga tripping out,
man. Let it go. Like, you a 2-time champion, 2-time finals MVP. Let it go.
Let it go.
So all this slander on Russell Westbrook. So is Russell Westbrook considered one of the top 5 players that nigga ever played with, though?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, kind of, sort of by default.
that nigga was on $1 million worth of game, man. That nigga KD. You hip to that, though?
Like he purposely did it, though. The part I ain't like was he tried to play it like he forgot. Like, put that nigga in your top 5. Like, that was on purpose.
The nigga tripping, bruh. He not gonna beat Brian this year. I'm here to tell you. It's not happening. I don't care. Lakers and Nets in the finals for sure. He not beating Brian this time. I don't give a fuck, bro. Had Harden and Reed. It doesn't matter. They not winning, bro. Them niggas don't got it.
Ain't nobody fucking with Brooklyn.
Them niggas don't got it here, bro. They don't got it, bro. I'm telling you. All right.
If everybody healthy, I can't see a team beat them niggas 7 games.
So then what if Joe Harris is those to stop hating shit? You got to depend on other motherfuckers. It ain't just gonna be these 3 niggas that's gonna win no championship.
What about that?
What about Joe Harris or Shaman? These other motherfuckers.
Joe Harris gonna get he gonna, even if he off, he gonna hit like a timely 3 or it ain't about the numbers. Sometimes it's about
the one he hit.
But see, this is the real question. So LaMarcus Aldridge, you know, said he retired and shit because of health issues, right? What is the Brooklyn Nets gonna do with Embiid in the playoffs? Like, what is y'all gonna do with that nigga for real? What is they gonna do with him?
Let him go off and shut everybody else down.
I don't know, but see, that's the thing about Embiid, right? See, he a pass off too. He do a lot of different shit. Embiid hit the threes. He do a lot of different shit on the floor. Like I say, his game is more dominating to me than Jokic's game is. Even though Jokic, he can get you buckets, but that nigga can dominate a game offensively and defensively. Joel Embiid, he can do that. He can shut down the paint. He can be like, nigga, y'all not coming in here. Kyrie, he like, Kyrie, you ain't coming in here. I'm blocking this shit. You ain't coming in here. He can be like that. What the Nets gonna do with that? They don't got nothing to combat that. They don't got nothing to even stop that.
I don't know. He could, but he couldn't. It all depends on how they plan. Because Tobias Harris is good. Don't get me wrong. And in that system, he balling. But nigga, the nod goes to Harden in that matchup. Ben Simmons good, but I'm giving Kyrie the heads up in that matchup. It comes down to the other players, because if you got Harden attacking and you got Kyrie attacking, and he gonna be in no man's land somewhere.
I mean, to a certain degree,
he gonna have to come up and help, and Harden gonna lob that bitch off or dump that bitch off, or Kyrie gonna, you know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying, man. I just think
Jordan ain't shit, but he'll get you a few lobs, he'll get you a few dunks.
Man, but then you gonna have to have Blake Griffin on that nigga. You gonna have to have Blake Griffin on Embiid, nigga. And Ben Simmons got to, man, Ben Simmons, man, that nigga, man, see, listen, you know what? Ben Simmons need to just be like, get some post moves, something. Put this nigga Reed in the post, man. Get up out of here, man. Little Kyrie, bro, in the post, nigga. Spin move to the dunk or spin move to the jumper, whatever. Like, he need to get on that level, bro. Like, he don't even got no jumper, but he need to get on that level, bro.
Put it like, on the backboard.
No, back the nigga down, spin off the nigga, man. Bang on that nigga Kyrie, man. Fuck that nigga, right? What you mean? You 6'7" and shit, nigga. Fuck wrong with that nigga, bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you. We've been talking about Russell Westbrook. Ben Simmons deserves some slander too.
I mean, but it's like niggas been slandering him, and then we don't want to really slander him because niggas give him the age, like he's still young and he's still trying to learn, and then, which is like, it's kind of out the window at this point. Because I remember 2018, niggas would not shut the fuck up about the 76ers beating the Cavs. Niggas like the Sixers gon' get y'all. We ain't even see y'all niggas, bro. Y'all niggas couldn't even get past Boston for nothing.
No Ben Simmons, nothing.
Them niggas still ain't beat Boston yet. Nigga, I'm telling you, Philly has yet to beat Boston in a playoff series since Embiid and Simmons is on the team. They lost to Boston every single time damn near they was in the playoffs. Might lose to them niggas again.
And no disrespect to Tobias Harris, but how Tobias Harris come in and he the second nigga. If the game is on the line, you want Embiid with the ball or you want motherfucking Tobias Harris with the ball, because Ben Simmons can't shoot a jumper.
But I need Ben Simmons.
Not in three or live.
But see, the whole thing is I need Ben Simmons to be attacking the basket and to be trying to set up the offense. That's what I need Ben Simmons to do. That's what he's there to do. He got to attack that basket. I don't give a fuck at this point. He is not at the point. He is getting to the point. You know what I'm saying? He is getting to the point. Because what year is this for him? 6, 7? This year's 7 for Ben Simmons?
In the league. What year did he come out? 2017?
This is third, fourth year?
I think he played 17.
Hold on, bro. How long has Ben Simmons been in the NBA?
Ben Simmons, he got there at 18. So he was drafted 17. Yeah, 2016, 2017, he got injured. So 17, 18, 19, 20. So this is fourth year.
Today I'll tell you this. LeBron James got to the finals without trying to develop a jumper or he really did not take a lot of jumpers and threes at that point, if you remember LeBron's come up his first few years in the league. He took a few jumpers here and there, but he wasn't like a person who, his jump shot's clearly better than Ben Simmons. I ain't trying to say, you know what I'm saying, it's not there on the same level at all. But I'm just saying, like, he was mainly in the post, mainly trying to get dunks, layups. You feel me? Like, that's really was LeBron's game. Like, I feel like at this point, he's still at a point where that shit can be effective. Especially against these smaller teams in the Eastern Conference. There's a lot of small teams in the Eastern Conference. Without LaMarcus Aldridge, the Nets are a smaller team. The Celtics are a small team. What's their center? Tristan Thompson? Like, come on, man. Let's go on and on.
Tristan like this 6'10", 6'11", though.
Yeah, but he's still, man. Come on, man. Who the center for the motherfucking Knicks?
They got what? Not Josh Randle. Julius Randle.
He like power. He power forward. I don't know.
I think they got one other player.
They ain't starting the little rookie nigga. I think he got injured, so I think they might be playing. The rookie nigga might be playing.
The rookie hurt.
Yeah.
So basically,
all these small niggas, man. All these big niggas is really the Bucks and the Sixers.
Hey, and funny you just mentioned that. Niggas been talking crazy about the Bucks all this time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this fuck around and be the year they do something, because Giannis hurt allegedly, but nobody talking about the niggas and they flying under the radar. That's how I feel like it's gonna be with the Clippers. The Clippers ain't got as much hype, niggas ain't talking about them as much, so they don't got as much pressure and as much, you know what I mean? You know, shit talked about it.
But what you mean, no hype? Man, them niggas won 9 in a row. Them niggas is on a 9-game winning streak. They're the hottest team in basketball right now. And them niggas choked the 3-1 lead. Ain't no pressure on them niggas. They under the radar. Man, please. The teams that don't really got the pressure, to me, is the teams that's coming with the injuries and shit. Because they can blame on injuries. The injury shit do affect how shit go. You feel what I'm saying? That's the one thing that the pressure is off. As far as the Clippers are concerned, it's a lot of pressure on the Clippers. I want to see if this shit transcends to the playoffs. As far as Paul George's play, especially, I need to see it. It's about that time. How long he's been in the league? He's been in the league 10 years at least. I know that for a fact.
So I'm gonna look up Paul George's numbers. Is his numbers in the playoffs really like horrible, or do they just not compare it to his regular season shit?
Certain, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. He's hit 0 points in the playoff game before.
Yeah, he done went out there and just choked out.
Alright, so I mean, what? He probably averaged like 25 in the regular season, probably like 18, 19 in some of those finals against the Heat. Some of those playoffs.
That's a big enough drop off to be talked about for sure.
And then, I mean, come on, man, like last year especially, bro. Last year was just crazy, bro. Like that shit, you in a fucking bubble, my G. Like, come on, my nigga. Like, this nigga hitting the side of the backboard. They in the bubble, bro. That shit just had me like, bruh, like, here we go again. Like, now I'm saying James Harden. It's just certain shit. Russell Westbrook in the playoffs. It's just like, I was watching that shit. The playoffs, man, last year was just so mind-boggling. Because it's like, damn, it don't even matter if it's fans in here or not. If they know a championship is on the line, niggas tense up, bruh. Niggas tighten up. It don't matter if it's fans there or not. Like, there's certain shots I seen James Harden miss. I'm just like, man, what the fuck is this shit? Like, you feel me? Like, niggas crazy. Kawhi literally missing bunnies and shit. Ain't nobody in this thing. Man, the nigga, I was talking all this shit about the motherfucking, the shit of Astrid and all that. When in actuality, it really wasn't.
I feel like it was, because it was still new to everybody.
It illuminated shit. Put the light on these niggas, the light's still on these niggas, DJ. It ain't gonna dim. It ain't dimming, bruh. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The light ain't dimming on nobody, including my guy. Ain't no light dimming on niggas. It's shining bright as it can shine. You gonna have to do what you gotta do, man. When I go home, it's coming up. 2 weeks. When I go home, man. Let's go, man. My nigga not throw wood. So he trying to make it good. Hey, man.
I'll give you that, though. Like you said, the lights were still on for sure.
Hey, but this nigga really, like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you this, though, right? What's so funny that how Dame is doing it now, the way Dame is acting right now about Paul George, the way he been acting about Paul George, the same way he was acting about my nigga Kyle Lowry.
All the Kyle Lowry slander disappeared after you won the chip.
Yeah, niggas don't even say shit about Kyle Lowry, though, fuck.
Like, you can't say shit about Kyle Lowry no more.
Hell no, that nigga Dame was with the same type of shit, nigga, when that nigga Kawhi was with Toronto, man. Like, please, man, just let that nigga show up. That nigga Kyle Lowry, man, that nigga. You talking the same shit about Paul George.
Hey, man, the regular season niggas be regular season niggas. They be great to watch. When the playoffs
But
come,
see, that's another thing. But see, that's another thing with the Clippers, right? They picked up DeMarcus Cousins and shit and all this shit. They got Serge Ibaka and all this shit. And LeBron and AD are hun. With the little players they got, young players they got. Man, you know what I'm saying? They got Drummond down there. What the fuck? They look too big, man. They size, they still got that same type of size, you feel me? Then they can throw Marcus Gasol, got niggas pulling the threes on niggas, you feel me? Like, man, I'm telling you, man.
Here's my thing about the bigs on the Lakers.
No, niggas crazy.
What, like, when do you play him? Like, you gotta play Marcus Gasol. He a better passer. He a better shooter. But Andre Drummond more physical. He a better rebounder. But that nigga can't shoot free throws. So do you have him in the clutch, in the close games, to where he might have to go to the line? Like, it's so many what ifs for this, not just the Lakers in general, but the whole playoff scenario for the NBA. Like, what if niggas healthy?
Yeah.
Like, what if niggas not healthy?
I mean, I feel you on that. I just feel like, man, as far as the Lakers are concerned with their bigs, all this shit, like, in due time, like, before the playoffs really get up to it, I'll have an answer for you. Until you know what I'm saying, until that boy come back up in that lineup and shit, I can't really tell you what needs to happen and what has to happen because I gotta see it with him in the lineup. I gotta see it. Whether it's like 3 games, 4 games, I just gotta see it. Same thing with the Nets. I just need to see it, whether it's like 2 games before the playoffs, whatever. Everybody fully healthy, let's just run one real quick type shit. I need to see it. You feel what I'm saying? So I can kind of have a better gauge as to what I'm really going to see in the playoffs. Because you're right, just like we said earlier in the show, this shit is a free-for-all, really. Like, this shit is free-for-all, man. It's up for grabs. This championship is up for grabs, man.
Everybody that's healthy, you don't think Brooklyn the best team?
I mean, on paper, they the best team.
No, fuck the paper. I'm talking about the best.
They got the best talent and shit. Man, I just don't like them. I just don't like them in the paint. Like in the paint, they can't stop nobody in the paint. And I feel like their defense has gotten better since the beginning of the year, where their defense was just garbage. Like they couldn't stop nobody. They can stop somebody a little bit. They got James Harden. Last year he was doing something on defense, so this year he trying to follow that suit. Kyrie is better on defense. Kevin Durant been better since Golden State. So when he's healthy, he does play good defense. You feel me? James Harden's getting better on defense. Kyrie Irving, I don't know.
Kyrie Irving, I don't know.
He gonna get the buckets though. I don't know. Niggas do get buckets on Kyrie. Kyrie don't be locking niggas up though. He do get little steals and shit. He do be trying to do his little shit here and there, but niggas get buckets on Kyrie. Bro. And niggas get a bucket on James Harden for real too, depending on how the game is. You can get a bucket on KD for real too, depending on how the game is. They'll be like, oh shit, you about to hit this little 2 fuck. You about to hit this little 2 fuck. I'm about to come down here. My nigga James like, you about to hit this little 2. I'll let you lay this bitch up. Fuck it. I'm about to come down here, crossover, step back 3, bang, and then just come back with some.
And that's what I was going to say.
And then do that shit again.
That same shit that Golden State had. They put so much pressure on you offensively that you will fuck around on defense and do some shit that you ain't really characteristic of because you know you got to score because these niggas going to get buckets however they want to get a bucket.
I just don't know about that health with them niggas. That's the one thing I got to see. You feel me? I think that's going to play a part. And also, I feel like when them 3 niggas come back, it's going to affect them others. And them others, there's going to be more pressure on them others as well. And when the playoffs go around, we're just going to see what's to it. Right now, I like Joe Harris over there. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Green, that's always my guy. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Jeff Green, that's my guy. Shamet, I don't know about Shamet.
Shamet, really. Questionable.
And a lot of them other cats is on there is kind of questionable to me too, for real. Even DeAndre Jordan is questionable as fuck. He can't hit free throws either. But if you're gonna have to play like the Sixers, or if you're gonna have to play the Lakers, you're gonna have this nigga playing in the game. You feel what I'm saying? Like compared to like, and you playing the Knicks, you don't gotta really play DeAndre Jordan that many minutes because it's like the Knicks already got no legitimate big man. Neither do the Celtics. Neither do the Hawks. Neither do the Hornets. Neither do every team that's damn near you could possibly see in the playoffs. Every team from 1 to 10. They don't got no real solidified like 7 foot like big that you have to play DeAndre Jordan. You know what I'm saying? You can slide with playing KD at the center, really. Real talk. You can. If he 100%, he helps you can slide with that. In certain series, you definitely can. And they'll just put way more pressure on the defense then at that point. But then, I mean, you know what I'm saying? There's ways around that shit too. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta see how this shit gonna work and how Steve Nash gonna orchestrate this shit. Right now, I know for a fact, I'm just saying, like, it's just too much extra shit is going down this year, man. Everybody get fired, man. I just got that feeling, man. Just like I did when them niggas down 3-1. I'm like, man, I think these niggas about to come back on these niggas. And I just keep it low key till the niggas did it. I was happy as fuck. But I'm just can't be low key about this one.
This year, for the first time, there's no clear-cut favorite in the playoffs.
I mean, it's definitely not no clear-cut favorite. Like, that's one thing I could for sure admit that, you know what I'm saying? For sure, that is a fact. Like, that is all fact, no fiction. You feel me?
I gotta pay water a bit.
Alright, that's all fact, no fiction. But it's just like certain teams like Lakers, Nets, Sixers. I mean, for real, that's the thing though. Like, I don't think the Jazz is a legit number 1 or the Suns is a legit number 2. I think, to be honest, the Clippers should be like the number 1 seed this year, really. They should hopefully get to that number 1 seed for the season over with.
At this point,
Oh no, this shit breaking up and shit. Damn, we got my nigga breaking my nigga. My bad, Joe. My nigga, this shit breaking up and shit.
Breaking up.
Yeah, this shit breaking up and shit. We just lost connection.
You know he gonna pop back in.
Saying, but I don't know, he was trying to say something. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Jazz nor the Suns, them niggas is not no clear cut. Like, they going to the Western Conference Finals, they going to the second round. Nigga, hell no. I gotta see it to believe it, bro.
You believe either one of them get bumped in the first round?
That's what I'm saying. I was telling DJ I think the Clippers should be the number 1 seed. Lakers, I don't give a fuck. We gonna see y'all niggas. Probably second round, first round. I don't give a fuck. As long as my nigga healthy, it's on.
Either way it go.
As long as my nigga healthy, it's on and poppin'. Coming in this bitch. King James, Laker fit on. When it happen, nigga. Hopefully it's nice out. I can wear these little. I can get these one little Laker joint, Laker little basketball short joints. You feel me? Come on, some flat shit. Bronze on, nigga.
Hey,
talking about 5, nigga.
Draft. Next weekend?
Yeah, next weekend. So we definitely gonna be talking about that shit next Saturday for sure on the show. For sure. Shit, I don't know. We'll probably just holler at DJ on the next show shit. But we just talked about a lot of shit though. We really kind of broke this NBA shit down to, you know what I'm saying, down to a T today. Even though this nigga KD, bro, at the end of the day, man, KD gets your life right, bro. I like that interview too with you on $1 million worth of game. Like I fucks with KD. That's why I be like, man, this shit be weird. It just be weird, and you want to tell me that this nigga better than LeBron? Like, what? Stop playing, man.
Social media.
That nigga needed an MVP and 2 All-Stars to win the championship. Right or wrong?
He didn't need them. He just happened to have them.
Man, so if he would have went home to Washington, you think he would have got to a championship? When John Wall and Bradley Beal, would have got to a championship?
John Wall and Bradley Beal.
Yeah. That's who was there at the time. Bradley Beal going on his like 8th year now. That's what I'm saying. Like, Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook is live. If they get to the playoffs, they live. Oh, yeah, what's up, man? That really put some pressure on somebody. My bad, Joe. I'm high shit.
Healthy John Wall.
Healthy John Wall, motherfucker. Bradley Beal, yeah. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. That's crazy. That's enough. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green to get a ring. You get 2 of them. I need Kyrie, James Harden, Blake Griffin.
Stop saying stuff like that.
True parents. Just like niggas say, man, your nigga need a D-Wade and Chris Bosh and Kyrie and Kevin Love and Anthony Davis. If he ain't had none of them, he ain't never got a ring. Fuck out of here, nigga. I said the same shit about these little weak ass niggas, bruh. Fuck what you talking about? And these niggas be talking all this shit. You feel me? My nigga ain't never losing no 3-1 lead, nigga. What is you talking about? That's why when they lost in that game 4, I say, oh, it's a Rizzy. Because I knew they was going to win the Oracle Game 5, then we just going to end it at the crib Game 6. You feel me? 2015, nigga, I was pumped that year. Like, nigga, I was ready to turn the fuck up. LeBron come home first year, we with the shit. Bitch, what is going? Like, nigga, I was ready. I was ready that year, bro. I was ready.
Man, listen, I'm going to put a little DJ out.
Yeah, I was over at somebody's house. I was a Warrior fan, one of the reviews and shit. That shit was fucked up. I was over at somebody's house like Game 6 and shit. I was over to some chick house and shit. She was rooting for the Warriors and shit. I was kind of sick, nigga. Like,
I was going to cut your son out, nigga.
You was going to put him up.
He was over here doing the most. He was over here celebrating it up. Nigga celebrating it up, nigga. Go stay back to bed, nigga. No, nigga, shut up. No, watch. Nigga, shut up. Look at him. Whack, nigga, shut up. You can't watch the game no more. Go watch the game in another room.
Yeah, man, you can't be mad at him. That's his fault. That's that nigga you talking to. That's his fault, nigga. That ain't DJ fault, nigga. That ain't DJ fault. That's big DJ. That's his fault, bro. That nigga was last on him, bro.
Nah, that ain't gonna.
DJ just like he like Golden State.
Yeah.
He don't fuck with Tom Brady. He really don't fuck with Tom Brady.
No, at all. No,
Tom Brady do not fuck with Tom Brady.
Yeah, man. So what's up, man? Shit, speaking of Tom Brady. So what's up with your boy Tom Brady, man? Tripping on the numbers and shit, man. Talk about like any player can wear like any number, I guess now, from under even single digit numbers.
The rules, the rules like you had to wear a certain number series when you were in certain positions.
Yeah, between the positions.
And to me, it makes sense what he's saying, but at the same time, now you just gotta, I don't know, you gotta pay attention to who number is who now. You feel me? Like, I get what he's trying to say because you could, if we're based on where somebody lined up on the field, and you see that number, you know either he a DB or he a linebacker, and it's only for so many coverages, so many different players gonna be able to line up in and give him them looks. But now he see a nigga with number 8 or number 2 or number 7 or, you know what I mean? Now he gonna be like, well, what the fuck? I don't know what to do now. So I get what he was saying, but like, nigga, oh well, deal with it. Like,
Man, come on, man. Your nigga, man, come on, man. He trying to deal with the last shit he possibly can. What are you, year 20? Come on, you want that nigga to switch up his whole way? You want that nigga to switch his whole way of playing? He in like a year 20 and shit? Man, niggas is fucked up. I feel it for being bad, though. I'd have been bad, too. That nigga Tom said, this shit stupid as fuck. Let me fucked up, man. I'm trying to get another ring. Fuck AB, nigga. Take this little money and go.
He like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? This fucking, I know what the fuck to do in my sleep. Don't be coming with no new shit. Y'all come up with some new shit after I leave.
That's more so, it was more so that than anything else.
Fuck that.
That's why it should have been retired, man. The fuck you over here ring chasing the shit?
Hey, man,
I'm talking shit.
I'm
talking shit, man. He ain't ring chasing, though.
He established the dynasty. This is just another jewel in the dynasty.
Just a little kick. Just a
bobble.
This is spinning Bill Belichick face type shit, huh?
Right. Cause for real.
That nigga went another one before he retired.
Man, fuck that shit, man. I don't think that nigga about the dog, bro.
As soon as he won, they separated him from Bill Belichick and everything that ever happened.
All I know is this, man. That nigga damn near ain't. That nigga really ain't about to go ahead and go to Tampa Bay with no fucking back to back, man. You gonna be fucked up.
If he go to Tampa Bay, if he go to Tampa Bay and win back to back, that nigga gonna be on. He gonna be on the NFL side like this.
I just don't got time for this shit. Like, I mean, okay, it's solidified. That nigga got what, 6? That nigga got 6 of these bitches and shit. He got 6, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. Shit, go ahead, bro. You feel me? My nigga Jordan got 6. He went on ahead, bro. He went on ahead by his business, man.
Tom Brady on the NFL side, man. That's Tom Brady.
That nigga don't need to get no 7, man. Just go ahead with the 6, bro. You will go. You the GOAT, bro. Just go ahead, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Tom can't get 8?
No, I'm cool.
8?
I'm cool, bro. He been there how many times? 8 times? He been there 8, 9 times?
No, he been there 10 times.
All right, then. Well, that's
11,
cool.
maybe.
That's cool, man. That's enough criticism for me. I tolerate Tom Brady at this point because I know he's great. I'm not really a fan either. I ain't gonna hold you. Tom Brady has, look, I don't know. I feel like they be cheating for the nigga, man, white bullshit at times, but niggas love him, man. They think he's the greatest. He is, though. Like, I just see them do great shit. Like, I can't knock his greatness on the field. I'm just saying, I ain't really a fan. I'm gonna go against the nigga 9 times out of 10. Even though certain times it's like I'm starting to get into my senses where it's like, damn, I don't know. Last year I should have known better last year because the Browns damn near could have beat the motherfucking Chiefs. That's how I should have known. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Bills still like a couple pieces away for real, especially on that defense.
I definitely remember you and Mike and all y'all niggas like, what's going on with your nigga Tom Brady in the beginning and the middle of the season?
Oh yeah, when the nigga was fumbling the ball and forgot the play counts and all that shit, that nigga was out there tripping.
That's when the coach was talking dumb shit.
Coach was on his ass. Coach was on his ass every week. I thought they was gonna fire that nigga. And I go fake. That's back when I thought they was about to fire that nigga.
Right.
I was like, dude, they'll work this shit out, dude, about to get canned. I'm like, it's over with, dude.
I say, man, when y'all niggas holler at me in January, and if they losing like this in January, we'll have a discussion.
Man, look, he did the shit, bro. I'm not, you feel me? I ain't even debating that shit. You feel me? I just feel like at the end of the day, he'd have been there like 10 times and shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, it's cool, bro. Like,
we need 11.
It's motherfuckers who never seen the Super Bowl.
I see the
It's motherfucker who ain't never seen Super Bowl.
Hey, if you cool with Brian going to 10 straight, you could be cool.
Oh shit. All right. You know what? Okay. All right.
10, 20 years.
All right, man. Okay. All right. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't really like you know what I'm saying? Like, Tom Brady is good. He's great. He's a GOAT. I'm not really a fan like that, but I know he's a GOAT. You feel me? So, as a football fan, I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? He done won this shit. He done got off with the deflate game. He done got off with a lot of shit. On the low-ski-woski, just chilling, doing him. Low-key supporting Trump the whole time. Niggas didn't even say a word to him. Let him keep getting rings. They say nothing to him. There's certain shit that is just like, you know what, bruh? You go ahead, bro. You got that. You feel me? Like, he got that, man. Like, I ain't knocking Tom Brady, bro, for who he is or what he do, whatever. He a girl, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know it. But I ain't really a fan of this shit. Because it's like, damn. It's just like, it's so much shit that it went on. Like, if he was a black quarterback, you think he'd still be in the league? Nope. And they found out that nigga deflated the balls and shit.
Nope.
For real, was that nigga still be in the league, though?
No.
And then Aaron Rodgers admitted he overinflated the ball, so is that cheating too?
I don't know.
Not if he admitted it.
But then the niggas won the shit. Then they say the niggas was watching the plays, spying the plays, and calling the right plays on offense and defense to counter the plays that they call it against them and shit for a whole Super Bowl run. And this nigga still is considered the greatest nigga, bro. And I've seen him be great. Like, nigga, against Philadelphia, that was some of the greatest shit I've ever seen. When he threw for like 500, that nigga, that nigga was going crazy that game. Who the fuck was his receivers, bro? I don't even remember. That's why the game was so crazy. I don't remember his receivers. I think he probably had my nigga Julian Edelman, and they just let go of him. I know they probably had him. I don't know who else they had. I don't think they had Wes Welker at the time.
No.
Did they have Gronk? I think he had Gronk, though.
They had Gronk. They had Edelman. Maybe, what's the white boy, Chris Hogan, maybe?
Chris Hogan.
Maybe. Like you said, ain't no telling.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know.
Man, I look at it like this.
Hello.
I figure...
No, I'm up to
just as long as Tom Brady got a Super Bowl without Bill Belichick, then he the GOAT, regardless to all that. Fuck that. You can't put that all on.
You said this past year.
As soon as you walk in, it should be right there on that glass.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? even with association with Bill Belichick, he's still the greatest. He's still better than everybody else, but you still got Bill Belichick attached to that. He needed to go somewhere else. Right. He went somewhere else and was like, it ain't all Bill, nigga. It was me.
Excuse me. You like that? So I'll take it you like him too, right?
No, I'm just he dope.
But you talking like you a fan of him as well. Is you could be a fan of Tom Brady? I'm not trying to say that it's wrong. My homie is a fan of Tom Brady. I don't feel the way about him. That's still, you know what I'm saying, still my friend and shit, still my homie and shit. So I'm asking you, like, is that how you feel type shit?
I'm giving the man the GOAT stature. I was a fan of Bill Belichick's system and a great quarterback. If he came across a great quarterback, again, it's a little too late for all that. These new niggas and this new talent, these niggas don't listen. And they'll be caught up in all kinds of, because if he gonna cheat and scheme, nigga, all these new niggas gonna tell on themselves.
All I want to know is, Dane, why do you hate Floyd so much? I need to know.
I don't hate him. He a waste of watching the box for me.
Man, listen, there we go. That's another thing. Man, so what's up with
we talk about it?
Man, what's up with this shit? Can we talk about this though? Because since you bringing up Floyd, ain't that nigga Floyd supposed to be fighting another one of them motherfucking Jake Paul, one of them Logan Paul motherfuckers, bro?
I think he backed out though.
No, man, that shit. I see that shit. No, bro, that shit supposed to be that shit happening. It's confirmed. I see that shit on HBO or some shit. It's confirmed on the list, like, cause I think Tay fight in June. Hopefully, the little case he dealing with don't really, you feel me? And like fuck with the shit, but his next fight is in June. That fight is coming up soon with Logan Paul. So what's up, man? So is niggas taking dives, bro? Like what's up with the Jake Paul nigga, bro? Like niggas taking dives on Jake Paul. I'm convinced, bro. I'm convinced. You got the motherfucking Nate Robinson looking foolish, and then the Ben nigga. What the fuck is that, bro? What's wrong with this shit? So a nigga just do submissions. This nigga just do submissions though. That's all the nigga do. He just do submissions and shit. That's it. UFC, he tap niggas out. He don't really box. He don't kick. He don't do none of that shit. And this is the nigga that was to box motherfucking Jake Paul. Like, what is wrong with this shit? Like, this shit crazy, bro. Jake Paul ain't fought nobody, bro. That shit all hype, bro. Logan Paul ain't fight nobody for real, so he about to jump in the ring with Floyd. Is you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me.
Floyd ain't turning down no money.
Man, you gotta be kidding me, bro. That shit gonna be worse than motherfucking Floyd and Conor McGregor, bro. I don't got time for this shit. I will not be paying for that. I'm not paying for that shit. I'm sorry, bro. Fuck that shit. Niggas already wasted that money watching the motherfucking Tyson and motherfucking Roy Jones shit just cause niggas wanted to see it and shit. Waste about $60. You see the niggas rapping, YG rapping and all that shit. Then the nigga Nate Robinson do that stupid shit. Then the following week, this Saturday after the show, that shit happened where this nigga, Jake Paul, hit this nigga with a fluky ass overhead to the head. That nigga said, and then the nigga Snoop popping shots with him, nigga, popping bottles and shit. I'm just like, man, this shit crazy, bro. Like, what? Like, where is
it's a money grab? You know what
man, fuck 2020, bro. Ever since 2020, man, this shit been weird, bro. Ever since the clock struck 12 in 2020, this shit been weirded out ever since.
Yes, it has.
It hasn't stopped.
And it hasn't stopped. It's just been getting
weirder and weirder, bro.
Weirder.
Like that shit is a money grab, yeah, because it's still quote unquote a pandemic, and it limits the
People
way.
are thriving for entertainment.
Yeah,
watch anything.
Yeah.
And now the social media people are a lot bigger than real athletes and real people. As far as
that's what I say. The one Floyd nigga, he got like 1 million YouTube subscribers or something. So Floyd feel like that's the way to get a bag.
Oh, God damn. So really. So really though, how much money is this nigga Floyd gonna get on this fight? He done had big purses, big gigantic purses.
Floyd not fighting for less than 50 million. I tell you that much.
But $50 million for an exhibition of a little nigga he gonna probably knock out.
He ain't gonna knock him out. He's just gonna embarrass him.
He gonna knock dude out. I guarantee it. I'm booking that. I know how that's gonna end. I'm sorry, that's how that's gonna end.
So then he gonna add some knockouts to his career?
Yeah, he gonna have one, I guess.
Floyd got knockouts on his career. Out of the 50 fights, he got at least 26 or 27 knockouts.
We gonna knock that nigga out.
Huh?
That nigga Logan Paul, he gonna knock that
Floyd
nigga out.
has 26 or 27 knockouts on his belt. On his
Hey, listen.
he
He tripping. See, this is the thing. That nigga tripping. His older brother tripping. You need to learn from his younger brother, man, and start fighting niggas that you kind of got a little advantage. Fight motherfuckers, you got an advantage. You go fight Floyd, nigga? You must be stupid, bruh.
You know what that's gonna do for his YouTube hit numbers?
Man, listen here, nigga. It ain't worth that, man. He gonna be fucked up for months. It ain't worth dying over.
Man, listen, we talking about
Shit ain't worth dying over.
We're talking about
that shit ain't worth dying.
We talking about a generation who watch Jackass, who watch these niggas do shit to themselves, jump off shit, punish themselves just to be famous.
Yeah.
Punish themselves just to be famous.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So, hey.
Hey, man, but listen here, man. Like, that nigga tripping, Logan Paul. That nigga tripping.
I ain't taking no punch in the face to be famous.
But that nigga tripping, though.
Hey, if he talked his way into the ring with Floyd Mayweather.
But that nigga tripping, though.
Why?
He don't get embarrassed, bro. He don't get like look, bro.
He don't get that bag.
He better get knocked out. But he ain't gonna get the bag for look. Listen, do you peep how this shit goes? Do you peep how this shit goes, nigga? If he talking about that nigga getting 50, Logan Paul he may get 5. He may get 5. He fuck around get $1 million. I don't think that nigga got that nigga Floyd got that there $100 million. When he fought Conor McGregor, if I'm not mistaken, close to it.
Yeah, he did.
And what Conor McGregor get?
$40.
What he get?
$40.
Like $5 million?
Yeah, Floyd told McGregor that was going to be his biggest payday ever.
And it's $5 million. This nigga got $100 million.
Hey man, hey, I want to get in the ring. I want to get in the ring with Floyd Mayweather.
Man, chill out, man.
Shit.
Dame, put the weed down.
I'll put it down too. Nigga, I'll get in the ring. I'll drop a couple pounds and everything. Nigga, I'll get in the ring with that nigga.
How many rounds?
How many you want to go?
A full fight.
A full fight? You have to give me 2 years.
Damn. Hey, Planet Fitness. Hey, anybody got the little Planet Fitness hookups? You know what I'm saying? Hit my nigga up. Hit us up on NdaPost Podcast, IG. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, nigga,
we need that sponsorship.
Shit, nigga, I got an in-house trainer who was a boxer and all that. Wake up, eat the breakfast, go for the walk, grill, whatever, nigga. I ain't running. I'm just gonna stop.
Man, he gonna be having that in the background in the forces and shit. God damn. God damn, bro. That shit crazy, bro. That shit funny.
He gonna give me $5 million? Off the $100 million?
Shit, I don't even know, but you wouldn't know Dave. He fuck around and give you $1 million, bro. Say, go head on. He might just give you $1 million.
Okay,
say, go ahead on. Nobody will see it.
Let's negotiate, cause
I think he'll throw you $1 million.
For the $1 million, we can get in here and box. Let's get $1 million. Let's throw $1 million on for every round. I last through the fight. Can I get $1 million every time I hit you, and I can see you felt that I hit you hard? Can I get $1 million for every one of them I get you with?
Yeah, I give you that.
Damn, I don't know.
We in that bitch then. I'm telling you, I've been in the grips getting my ass whooped, getting jumped. He don't hit hard enough to knock me out. So I know how to avoid shit too. I know how to fight.
Hey, listen, you ain't never fought a nigga that punched faster than Floyd Mayweather.
I done been hit by niggas who hit harder than he do.
That's cool. I'm talking about a nigga that you have to see the punch coming. If you try to punch this nigga and you throwing all your might and you missing and he hits you,
spent a lot of time on uneven side of the fight where the numbers wasn't right. And
We're talking about a professional boxer. I'm not going for it.
I'm talking about getting jumped. I can avoid enough not to get my ass beat with more than one person. So this is one person. I can deal with one person. Enough not to get knocked out. Enough not to get knocked out.
Yeah, it's too much going on.
One-on-one.
Yeah, it's too much when you get jumped, bro. There's so many variables. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. He say that shit. You do $1 million per round, shit, man. Set that shit up, man.
You gonna give me $1 million every round? I survive. $1 million just to sign. That's what you gonna give me. That hot ass million because I'm a nobody. Give me $1 million for every round I survive, and then can I get $1 million for every one of these shots you know you felt? Because I'm just gonna show on your face. Because these punches I get off, I'm gonna have to take a lot to get these off. When I get these off,
he gonna see the punches before you throw him 5 times over.
Believe that if you want to. Believe that if you want to. I'm something nobody ever really expected. Did he just do that? Did he just do that?
This nigga really want this nigga. So we really to a point where this nigga talk about he trying to box Floyd for the million.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Man, where is we at in life right now?
That nigga said I could box Floyd and I'ma catch Floyd. I done seen in 50 fights, I done seen Floyd get hit flush like 4 times.
Yeah.
Oh,
50
hey, look, how many shots you seen that wasn't flush and the nigga still felt it?
No, I'm talking about.
That's all. But how many shots have you seen a nigga catch a graze a nigga and they still felt it?
The only ones I seen the ones where he felt was the ones he got caught flush. I ain't never seen Floyd get grazed and he was fucked up.
And you know what? You know what else type of stuff that he ain't counting on? I'll punch that nigga in his forearm hard enough to break. I'm trying to break that bitch. If you put your arm up to block this bitch, you try to break that bitch.
That bitch sliding right off. That nigga invented the shoulder rub.
Man, I don't know.
You can't keep rolling when that bitch started hurting. Can't keep rolling when the bitch start hurting. I'm telling you, I know for sure. Can't keep rolling. Nigga don't keep blocking when that shit get to hurting. They get to dropping that bitch. Cause it hurt.
That big ass ring, the nigga he tore it's like hooping against a professional NBA nigga. They got too much wind and we drink and smoke and sit around the house and don't do nothing. And these niggas do this shit for a living.
Yeah. Man, that shit crazy though. But then, come on.
I'm walking out of there. I'm walking out of there with at least
$2 billion.
15. I'm going to this.
15 what?
15 million. I'm going to this.
This nigga.
Hey man, real talk, that was some real shit. Change subject real quick, man. I know we talking sports and shit. But I gotta see that Mortal Kombat shit, man. I've been hearing mixed reviews about that shit.
I was gonna wait to put you out to watch that shit.
Man, what? They gonna put me out to watch it. What's wrong with this? It's crazy.
It was a decent movie. They left some storylines, a couple storylines that I felt like they should have had in there.
First of all, it's too. You can't even. You gotta realize that it's too many storylines. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about the major ones.
It's so.
But see, that's the whole thing though about Mortal Kombat, just on some G shit. Cause by playing the game, as much as I was playing the game and shit, that first movie that came out, motherfucking what, 95? I want to say.
Yeah,
the
like
first
95,
one.
97 or something.
Yeah, they had like Johnny Cage. I don't think Johnny Cage was in this movie, correct? I haven't heard about Johnny Cage. Kano wasn't really into that second Mortal Kombat movie that they came out with. They came out with 2 of them.
Yeah,
that Mortal Kombat, the first one, and then what? Mortal Kombat Annihilation shit, right?
They had Annihilation.
Yeah.
So then that's when you start seeing Cabal and shit like that. And I don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the main characters for real, the main people is like Raiden, motherfucking Liu Kang,
Kano,
motherfucking
Sub-Zero,
yeah, Scorpion, Sonya, yeah, Sonya Blade shit, Katana and shit.
That nigga will be punching niggas in the nuts. Johnny Cage.
Yeah, Johnny Cage. But he wasn't even in the movie, was he? I tell you, he wasn't in there, was he? They ain't had no Johnny Cage in that damn movie. I know they didn't. I know they did, nigga. They had Jackson in that bitch, though.
And see, it's too many. It's after a while, you know, they introduced so
They
many.
ain't even had Luke Kane in that bitch, I don't think. Or they did have Luke Kane in that bitch, huh?
They introduced so many motherfuckers in the Mortal Kombat universe, and it was like basically every time they came out, they hit you with at least 8 new people.
Yeah.
Every time they came back with like 8 new people.
Yeah. Oh, they dropped his casket to the spot. Cover down Yonkers and shit.
But like but I'm just saying, like, you know, Scorpion like a main character. So they ain't mentioned like the nigga turning into a specter in the movie, like in this movie at all. So it was just, I'm just like, your niggas could at least explain that. Like,
how long?
I usually that part.
But see, this is a question. How long was the movie? Like a minute 30? Like an hour 30?
It was a little longer than that.
It was like 2 hours. Don't tell me it was on the 2 hour shit.
It's close.
Man, I might have to look that up on Google to see how long that shit is.
Hey man.
But I want to give. But I don't got motherfucking HBO Max, man. I like wait. So what y'all got?
You got a cinema app?
You said cinema?
Yeah, the APK.
Hell no, I don't got that bitch.
Man, look, man, you gotta get with me, man. Next time I see you and shit, I'm gonna push you together.
All right, for sure.
For one low, easy fee.
I know it's gonna be a fee.
I'm talking shit. That shit don't take me but 3 minutes for real.
But what to download the shit on the Fire Stick type shit?
I can put on your Fire Stick. I can put on your phone. It don't matter.
I don't need that shit on that stick though. That'll really be the move on that Fire Stick though. But damn, so how much is this? So what you got? So what you just got HBO Max? You just got that shit on at the house.
And you know they Kardashians. Them niggas got money over there, man.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. You can't let a nigga see the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
The money spent on HBO Max, nigga.
Man, I'm trying to just use the motherfucking password just for the day. Let me watch this movie and shit. There, you know what I'm saying? I log off that bitch. Fuck it. It's cool. You feel me? That nigga still paying Netflix.
Like an hour and 50 minutes though. Like an hour and 40 minutes.
A 2 hour situation.
Yeah.
I want to see the niggas gonna come with the motherfucking free trial or something, man. Look, cause I ain't.
Well, yeah. Next time I come on the show, just bring the bitch to Dame House. I'll program it for you.
All right, I got you, man. I got you.
Nigga,
got you, nigga.
So who pick your team before they start drafting motherfuckers? You still rolling with Tampa Bay?
Yeah. It's Team Tom Brady. If that nigga go to Green Bay, I'm Tom Brady.
Yeah, but you already know what's going on. We coming, man. We keep it low key. I ain't talking about Patty either, nigga. We keep it low key, man.
You can't talk about Patty, y'all. I'm telling you, look, he ain't got nothing. Even if they both get back, if both teams get back, we still win.
But we on the rise. Fuck Patty right now, nigga. You hear me, nigga?
Oh, the Browns. I get it. The Browns gonna do a little bit of something.
But do y'all hear me, nigga? This nigga Mike ain't here, man. I'm telling you, hear me, man. I'm not really about to keep talking all this shit about these Browns. I'm gonna just let this shit just go. You feel me? I let the shit play out. I'm gonna let the season start, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, they made a lot of good plays, a lot of good moves. You feel me? They trying to build the team up the right way. I like what I've been seeing the past few years from the Browns. So I'm gonna still take it a wait and see approach. Like I did go crazy last year. I said I'm gonna just wait and see what happens. I'm not gonna go crazy with I like this, I like that. I feel the same way this year. So I'm just gonna fall back. But we coming though, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident though. Just because I fall back don't mean I ain't confident, man. I think my Browns can finally like this. I just want to see it, bro. Like, all right, I see the Cavs win the championship.
Another wild card spot.
I see the Cavs went to a championship and shit. I celebrated in the parade, nigga. Come on, man. I'm just trying to see the Browns playing the Super Bowl, man. They probably might not win it. I don't know. But I just want to see it. I want to see it, bro.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to be in the building, nigga. Browns in the Super Bowl, nigga. Gonna be fucked up, nigga. I want to see that shit,
Stadium watch party, nigga.
Nigga, for real, in the building, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about, nigga?
The Browns, I'm not going nowhere near downtown. The the Super Bowl.
Hey, it's crazy they got all this shit blocked off already for the draft.
Hell yeah.
I'm not. No, not nowhere. Not nowhere downtown, nigga. It's gonna be hell getting out of there.
Yeah. Browns gonna win 11 games. I give you all that.
Hey, keep it all the way 100. Browns go to the Super Bowl. I can attend the party. I can walk out and attend the party because that shit gonna be up here by my house.
No, facts.
So
they might have to literally close the city.
Yeah.
Let's go, bro. It's lit up.
I just.
This is a Christmas tree in Bronx to the
What?
Nigga.
People gonna be from other cities back in Cleveland. They from other. Nigga, you ain't lived in Cleveland in 43 years. Nigga, what the fuck is you here for this parade? Because I knew the Browns was gonna do it one day. I was lifetime Cleveland Brown. Yeah, if you back for this motherfucker, yeah. And
everybody coming back, nigga. Browns fans everywhere, nigga.
Yeah, everywhere.
But you're gonna be fucked up, Browns get that. Nigga, I ain't gonna keep talking. Come on, man. No. It's alright. No. You're gonna be fucked up. Because then I don't want it to be a situation I keep talking about shit. Then niggas like, yeah, Trisha said them niggas was going to win. And they lost. That shit gonna piss me off. I don't got time. Right now, I got no time for that. It's April, nigga. I don't got no time, man. I don't got no time to even be setting myself up like that. I'll wait till like close to the season. If I get to talk that shit during the season, so be it. I'm gonna talk that shit. But right now, nah, I'm
right
cool.
now, it's all about the.
Yeah, I'm cool right now. I'm trying to keep it.
So
right now.
Is they gonna have a preseason?
No, they talking about 3-game preseason, and you know they add an extra game this year.
And the extra game.
Yeah, the owners approved the extra game shit.
Extra game and shit. But that's what I'm saying.
So I don't know if they're gonna add a bye week or what they're gonna do. But yeah, they got an extra game now.
That shit is cheesy. I mean, they should.
Add an extra game. Okay.
Ain't they supposed to be adding another playoff spot or something? Ain't they supposed to be doing that shit too or something?
They did that last year.
Oh yeah, okay.
Is the extra game gonna give two buys?
And that's what I'm thinking. They gotta give an extra buy.
I mean, because the buy game make it where everybody get a game and they don't have to play it.
I think they're gonna give them either a week in between, because you know they're giving them 3 preseason games. They turning that final preseason game into an actual game. So they might get them niggas a week in between the end of the preseason and the start of the season, or an extra bye. They don't really know yet.
They're probably gonna start the season a week late. That's what they're probably gonna do. They ain't gonna get them niggas on 2 fucking buys. Forget about it. They ain't giving y'all those 2 bye weeks, bro. That's OB. The white niggas ain't giving that shit up like that, bro. All the white boys, I'm just saying, they ain't niggas. They boys and shit. White boys.
That's too much money.
Yeah, they ain't doing that.
That's too much money being missed. And considering you ain't filling up those stadiums, that's a lot of money being missed, for real.
Yeah.
You got these contracts that get paid from ticket sales, concessions, jerseys, endorsements. And all you got going right now is just the endorsements, because you ain't getting no concession sales, no liquor, no jerseys. You might still sell a couple of jerseys though.
On the net, but
yeah.
Like you said.
I done seen motherfuckers go in the stadium and buy all of that shit there.
Yeah, you got people just diehard fanatics.
I mean, I understand, but nigga buying it there?
Yeah.
Nigga, you stupid.
Listen, because
an authentic Cavs jersey, I can go somewhere else and get an authentic Cavs jersey, but it's gonna cost more at this game.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel you, but I don't know. If I'm at the game and I got the bread, nigga, and I'm in the team shop and I see a jersey,
I'm going to team shop for shop.
I'm copping that bitch. On
Go for a
G's.
team shop.
If I got the bread and I win that bitch, a t-shirt and stuff, a jersey, it don't matter. I'm copping that bitch. What do you mean, nigga? What you mean? Nigga. I ain't gonna fake, nigga. I went to the motherfucking team shop. I never forget this shit. I went to the team shop with a little Cavs jerseys I wore for a little homecoming and shit. I think it was either a homecoming or a track dance. I can't remember. Probably a track dance, nigga. Cop that bitch from the team shop. That bitch was $75. In the motherfucking Richmond Mall, that bitch was $65. But it ain't matter. I was at the game, bought the bitch, wore the bitch the next week, bitch crispy. I think it was one of the, it was like a throwback joint. I forget who was on the jersey at the time. I'm trying to think of who was on the jersey. It'd probably be like Andrew Miller or something.
Andre Miller?
Yeah, Andre Miller, yeah. But yeah, we did go way past the time, bro. We've been on this bit 2 hours of shit, bro. We're gonna cut this shit off, bro. We're gonna see y'all next week and shit. Oh yeah, and by the way, let's not forget, we're gonna bring this shit up again. We will be on, you know what I'm saying, the OPN radio show on the 2nd of May. That's like, not this Monday, but the following Monday.
No, it's this Monday.
No, it's not.
What's the day?
But today is the 24th.
Oh, okay.
It'll be next Monday. We'll be in the building. We'll be in the building talking that sports shit with him, telling him what we got going on. Might have some of these teas out ready and shit.
So, yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? We on our shit, 1 tea on the 1 tea. So we gonna get with y'all. Y'all have a good Saturday. Keep enjoying y'all day. It's nice outside.
Hey, man, it sounds like that's a goddamn outro, my nigga.
I mean, whatever, man. Just enjoy yourselves, man.
We ain't got no outro.
Just enjoy yourself and shit. It will take you a while to get up and walk and cut the shit off.